Good evening from Hopalong Hollow. We're in the herbarium tonight. It's around 8 o'clock. And I'm filming this at night just for a few minutes because it's so pretty in here with all the lamps burning. And so cozy. But actually all day I've been out collecting greenery in order to finally get something decorative in the house for the Christmas season and the winter beyond. 10 days from Christmas, and I haven't even put up a Christmas tree. And I have no intention of doing so because it's just too late to do it. But I am going to definitely make the house a little more festive by creating a lot of wreaths and maybe some swags and garlands just by using all the beautiful gifts and greenery provided by the Creator. Rosemary just scented this room with the most wonderful fragrance. That always makes me think of Christmas. Rosemary. And I found all kinds of really fun things to create with. It's just that I spent so much time working on the greenhouse, everything got away from me. And I really concentrated on that. So, here we are on December, what is it? 14th, I think. And I realized it's only 10 days away from Christmas. And I haven't done any Christmas videos at all. So, in the morning we'll come in here and we'll put some beautiful things together just using nature's bounty. We are the next day, and as I mentioned before, we've got a lot to work with. Lots of ivy and cedar and holly and boxwood. We've got wreath forms. We've got dried grasses, dried flowers, dried weeds, dried seed pods, pine cones, clematis heads. What was that? Queen Anne's lace. A little dry, a little brown looking. Acorns. Interesting insect objects, orange peels and rose hips and tiny little rings, all sorts of things. And these are little clock faces from Lux Clocks that I've collected. They are just the faces. A few of them have the works behind them, but they need a lot of repair. But I thought these might be fun to incorporate in a couple of the wreaths because they're so darling. Let's see what we can do with these. Making wreaths is so easy. All day long you can find videos on how to make wreaths. So I really won't go into that. We'll just go ahead and make some. These were the seed flower heads from the chaste bush, but I cheated a little bit by dyeing them red. And then the wonderful, wonderful money pod. Silver dollars here. And lamb's ear. We'll use some of that lovely lamb's ear. I think we'll incorporate poor little Arlo today in the wreath making process, because he's this old taxidermy squirrel here. Start out with these tiny ones because the principle's the same in all the wreaths, the way I do them anyway. I just try to make this as simple as possible because I want these to be easy to put together and then easy to take apart when everything's all dried up. So in this one I didn't use anything but the wreath wrapped with a little bit of thread all the way around. This is pretty crochet thread, so it's pretty thick. And just tucked all the greenery into it. Just a simple boxwood and privet. Privet berries make great winter decor because they're so abundant. If you have privet bushes, you know that. And they're kind of a deep, deep blue. And they do have a tendency to fall off, but if they fall off, just collect them in a jar and use them for your potpourri later on. Working with rosemary is just the most wonderful thing. Love it so much. These small wreaths are so easy and quick to make, and I just don't consider this necessarily just Christmas decor, because these will last for months in your house, and then you've got something beautiful in the winter when everything seems bleak and dreary. You've got some wonderful scents, the scent of winter, and your herb garden too, still lingering on in your home. So the floral wire is really handy. Simple to use. Just wrapping it around. The lamb's ear has a tendency to start flopping and curling, but it still looks great even when it does that. When the rosemary is too long and you cut it, you've got little twigs like this, make sure you take it off. We're going to use these rosemary needles in the potpourri. You don't want to waste any of that wonderful fragrance. And even these little stems, they have so much fragrance in these little stems. So you can cut those small pieces as well. And use those in the potpourri mix. Star anise. Aren't they cute? We'll have a cup of tea while I determine where to put everything. This is Harney & Sons Royal Blend. And good black tea. Actually, that's Fortnum & Mason, not Harney & Sons. you know, I don't think we needed that Christmas tree after all. In fact, the simplicity of all this is really comforting, to be honest with you. And just think I don't have to put all those things away. Oh my goodness. Green here will last for several weeks, so beyond Christmas and into the winter, you'll still have this very beautiful, natural looking atmosphere in the house. And see, I'd hoped to do a more in-depth video on Christmas this year, but my camera batteries have really been acting up. In fact, about every 5 minutes I'm having to switch batteries. My charger isn't working, and I've only got 2 batteries, so I ordered new ones, but they're not going to be here on time. I had so many ideas for my Christmas video this year, but with the camera problems and having to simplify the video, it actually has caused me to reflect quite a bit. We all know how secular Christmas has become. In fact, it's almost like 2 different holidays. You've got your religious holiday and you've got your secular holiday, and actually there's nothing wrong with either one of them. However you decide to celebrate Christmas is just fine with me and fine with everyone else, I'm sure. The most important thing for many of us at this time of year and all throughout the year, coming from the book of John in the Holy Bible, some of the most beautiful words in the world. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son. And of course, those are verses I skipped around a bit. So I think I'll meditate on that this Christmas week, and hopefully my camera will get back in order and I might be able to have one more video. I hope so. I'll give it a try. If I don't, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and I thank you all for being with me all throughout this year. And from Hopalong Hollow, from all of us, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Bye.